What's going on, Afro Diaspora Nation? We are live. We are back with another sensational episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Baraka, man. Thank you once again for joining us today. We're live. We are live and spicy one for today again. Quickly, let me introduce my guy on my side over here. We got Major in the building, man. What's up?
It's been a while, man.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, but
yeah. But the last show was pretty good. We had a good.
It was very hot that day.
It was hot. And we do appreciate everybody who was tuned in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, with the questions, everything. But today could not be any different, man, because we got another hot one. So if you're tuning in, you know what I'm saying, get your questions ready because the guest of tonight is gonna be one another sensational one. So.
You know what's good about last time?
Yeah.
It was religion. Now we are back to music.
Now we're back to business way.
We're back home.
So all the musicians out there, man, today we got the Latino community, Latin community, man. Wake up, let's get out here because one of the sensational artists that I know is in the building today. Ladies and gentlemen, should we go at it? Should we introduce this man?
Yeah, of course, man. Don't take time. I can't
don't
wait
take
to
time. They just say don't take time.
Don't take time, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? A good friend of mine, you know what I'm saying? He's the most talented songwriter, musician. He's a self-producer as well. That's the most biggest part that like really impressed a lot of people. Just of how,
that's for sure.
You know, he creates his own craft, you know, and brings everything out there, and all the work he's done is made by him. So that's the most sensational part. Now we're gonna be discussing a lot about it, man. We got Teo Thomas in the building. Teo Te. I call him Teo Te. What's up, my brother? Teo Te is where to go.
Hey, bro, this is awesome. Thank you so much for having me here. This is super cool.
My guy.
This is so sick.
My guy. You looking fresh, by the way, basketball, man.
Yeah,
I see
thank you.
Life is treating you good. All the shows out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, you know.
That's awesome.
It's been crazy. Yeah, honestly, I've been like surprised that so much is going on, but in a good way, right? This is like crazy that the Latin community is making so many events.
Yeah.
Every year I see there's more and more Latinos in the city, so it's like, no, this is awesome. It's just like we need more and more and more.
Bro, for everybody who follows Teo on the gram or anywhere, you see how much work he's putting in, man, and just the sensational performances he's having, man. People are loving, enjoying his music, and this is just the upcoming. So this is a guy to support, man. You got to make sure you support this guy because this is the future. The future is bright, man, for Vancouver, for Latin community, man. We got another sensational one.
So, thanks, bro.
Absolutely amazing, man. I'm very proud of you, man.
No, I appreciate it. Really, we just, we got to keep going.
We got to keep going.
Working, keep looking forward, see what's next, and that's the way, bro.
That's the only way to go. We got to really, really start off, man, from the beginning because I know most people are just discovering. You be like, oh, man, this guy is good. This guy is good. Yeah. You know, when he's out there,
we gotta go back to.
We gotta go back. We gotta dive it back.
Yeah, man.
You know, because people are wondering, how do you make people dance so much? Like, you know, your style, everything. So we're gonna make sure we started from the roots. You know, where you were born. You know what I'm saying? Why influence you to become, you know, a reggaeton music? Because you do a lot of crazy reggaeton.
Way to the start of Teo Te. Damn.
With the Teo Te beginning time. That's what we need to know.
Oh man, this is complicated. There's lots of roots for Teo Te, but I'll make it simple. I'll keep it Teo Te and the music. I think the main thing is that's important to know is that I was I was not really into music from my whole life, you know, because I feel like a lot of people, it's like, oh, I did music when I was little. When I graduated high school, it's I didn't even have an idea that I was going to do music.
Wow.
At the end of high school, I was like, oh, what am I going to do? I went and I studied architecture in Europe for a year. Not even similar, you know? It's like...
But you were listening to a lot of music, I was supposed to.
Exactly. And I believe I started to get into this when in grade 12, I was started to connect with the Latino community here in Vancouver, right? I would go out with mainly Colombians and Mexicans because that's what it is here. It's so many of them. It's insane.
The music comes from them,
good. We love them. But there was a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah.
And it was I just started going out with them. And I think that's when it's because I would always listen, even from when I was a baby, my dad would always play cumbia, salsa, some reggaeton, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But then it's like I start going out with, young people my age. It's like, oh, damn, this is reggaeton, bro. And it's like I really lived what it was,
Next
right?
move, eh?
And then it's like, you're dancing reggaeton and it's like, this is just the craziest thing ever. This is awesome. And that's where I just got into it there, right?
Yeah.
And then I left to study. And on that year that I was like on my own, just not on my own, but like I left the friends that I had here and everything. And I was doing my own thing. I was like just on my own listening to so much reggaeton and Latin music. And then it's like, dude, this is like, fuck this. This is the awesome, dude. I'm gonna dedicate to this. So then I just made the decision, bro. I'm starting from scratch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and work in Canada and just start learning this, And
Yeah.
that's how I started to get into music. It was just like a decision.
So when was the first time when you started doing music and when you decided to release the music? So what's the gap between
that was a difference too. I think it was probably, damn, I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember, but I think it might have been almost like a year. Because since I started like looking at like, I started looking at videos like on YouTube, just like out of curiosity, right? I was just like, oh, look at this guy's making a beat.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds cool. And I was like getting, hyped with it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, this guy's making beats. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to copy this. Because, I had like the computer that came with the free GarageBand thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how we all start. Right?
That's the story right there. We got to tell this 5-10 years from now. This is the story.
Started with
we gotta stick to
GarageBand.
that story right there.
And then I would just, with whatever sounds it came with, and I had no controller. I just had the keys on the computer, how you can just press the letters and it plays the notes.
Yeah.
So I started just going like
using the typing keyboard.
with that. And then it was like, I just made some shitty beats like that. They were horrible.
Yeah.
But I was super happy, I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then eventually I started investigating more, and it was like, oh, I discovered Ableton, and then I was like, oh, there's a free version, so I downloaded that.
Wow.
And then it was like one day, I don't know, it was just one of those things. The same way I started that, I was like, no, I want to sing on this.
Yeah.
And I just started. Also, it was probably really bad. Not probably. I remember the first time I did, it was so shit. But that's how it is. That's how it was for me when I started. Like, it was something that I had never done. And I was like, no, but I like this, and I'm gonna do it anyways. So I just started, and the first ones were not so good, but I did keep going, and keep improving, and hopefully I'll continue to improve.
Because for me, the first time that I met you, man, if you tell me this story that time, I'll be like, no, you're lying, bro. I don't think you're telling the truth. Just because when your stage presence, bro, because I remember it was a show we were supposed to do, and you happened to be there. And sometimes when you meet different people, you come in the room, you're like, my stuff is the one, man. I'm untouchable right here. I come in the field. So this guy started going for mic check sound. He started playing one song. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is good.
You realize you're not the best.
I realized maybe I gotta rethink my decision.
Oh shit!
So your song just really bumped out, man, and I was like, this guy is the real deal. He's got something going on.
No, and I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. That's why I made you. First of all, I'm sorry, man. I got caught up a little bit. I introduced you, then I got left
and then we disappeared.
Yeah.
This is Telltale, man.
Yeah, I'm really learning.
Right?
Just having me in the room, right?
I gotta learn about you now, man.
Yeah, I'm a bit curious. Music has stages. There's a time when you realize that you want to do it, but there's also a time that somebody tells you like, you got this. I want to know, when was that? When did you feel like somebody comes to you and say, bro, you got it. You should do this.
That's a good question, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like for me, it was like it wasn't like a one time, it was like, okay, this person told me. Yeah. But definitely like several things have given me encouragement, to continue, right? And I'm not going to lie. One of the times was when you had that reaction and with the other people that were there, because that was like the first, I never done any live show or anything. And I just I think it was Big Mo, he hit me up and it was like, or he texted Nathan, and Nathan recommended me because like I knew Nathan from then. Yeah. And then I was like, damn, a show. This is the first time I'm doing a show. But I was like, yeah, of course. It was a good opportunity, right?
Yeah.
And I was so like, dude, I was shitting myself, dude. I was like, fuck, I'm probably gonna be like so bad. Like, I don't know, maybe these guys are gonna be so experienced
Oh,
and
man,
good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I went and then I saw everybody was like, damn, this is good. And they're like, like giving me positive like vibes and feedback. And I was like, that made me feel like really confident and good. And it's like to continue.
Mhm.
That was definitely a main thing because that was earlier on when I had just started.
Mhm.
And there's more. For example, these shows that I've been doing, it's like people are like recognizing me and remembering me, which is like also like, damn, okay, if it wasn't good, then they wouldn't be, keep calling me back or like people saying, oh, I remember you from last time. Oh, I like this one or this. And yeah, also in Uruguay, I had some, when I was over there, I was like talking to labels over there and stuff. And it's like, they really also gave me positive like feedback.
Wow.
They're like, oh, I like your stuff. They were like,
That's impressive.
we should keep looking for a, kind of like a hit song or something like that. But I really like what you're doing. I think it has potential. And so, several things like that, that
Wow.
I think have encouraged me to be like, yeah, I'm going to continue doing this, bro. And just keep going harder and harder.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then
Wow.
when you're talking about GarageBand, which I know most of the people who are watching us now, they are really diving into GarageBand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
People
really
discover later that GarageBand is just a trial, it's just a small baby of Logic Pro, right?
Yeah, I guess.
It takes some time for people to discover, like, oh, there is a whole bigger world out of GarageBand. But I want to know, when you recorded your first recording, was it just you recording through the microphone from your laptop, or there was kind of like a connection, like an interface, microphone, cables, and then how did you get to know this thing, like the signal
Yeah.
flow process?
Like
for you to be
how
able-
to do it, you mean?
Yes. How did you get
Yeah,
to know
so
those
the
ones?
first time, the very first time was just like on the phone, just like seeing how it would sound. But to me, that wasn't really official. I was just doing it on the phone.
Wow.
And it was like the phone literally like with the speaker
Yeah.
recording the beat and my
Yeah.
voice at the same time. But I don't
Ah.
I don't consider that like I was, to me that was just like, okay, I'm just testing it.
Yeah.
The first time I did it was with an actual interface and a microphone.
Wow.
And that's the thing about music too. I feel like it's something that when you want to get serious and into it, it's something that takes a lot of investing.
Yeah.
And it's not like, I don't know of any examples, but other things, maybe it's more like you can just start for way cheaper. You can just get into it more easily. But
Yeah.
music's like, okay, no, you're going to need a computer. You're going to need the
Yeah.
microphone, the interface.
Yeah.
And then usually if you're just an artist, for example, you're going to need to go pay for a producer and studio time.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, especially now, you're not going to put the audio files anywhere and that's not going to do anything. You need to go invest in visuals and see how you're going to post it, how you're going to share it. So all of music is like making music, especially when you start on your own like that. It's a lot of investing.
Yeah.
So it was like, that was the first time that I did an actual recording was
Wow.
I had to go and invest all of that. But I was like, no, I was already convinced. I was like, okay, I want to do this serious. So I went, I bought all of that, the microphone, the interface. And yeah, just honestly, YouTube is like the best university. You just go there,
Yeah.
look at a ton of videos.
On how to
Some
connect.
people are like
make some
saying
connections.
random things that make no sense. And some people are like, oh, this is a
Oh,
good,
really?
this is a good explanation. Oh, there's crazy people there that they don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But you got to look at
Yeah,
everything to
yeah.
get the perspectives.
Yeah.
And and you just start like that and learn. But the best way to learn is just repetition, right?
Yes.
Like I would copy one guy. Okay, he did this process to record, and then I kind of got it, and then just myself again, and it's like, oh, I can do this, oh, I can do that, and then because also each person will have their own way, right, of doing things that will be more comfortable. So you just gotta go through it yourself and find the best way for you.
Wow. So to finish, because I know BK has a lot of questions.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of
But,
bumping one here. Warming up.
This is my area right now. And I know there's always a lot of people who ask me, okay, what do I need? What can I start with? Especially artists. Music is really evolving. Right now, we are getting to the point that most musicians are recording themselves in their room. Mixing is something else, mastering is something else. Production can also be something else, but some people are doing production themselves right now, and especially recording, taking their vocals, demo vocals. You don't really need to go to a producer anymore. Some people
No.
do that in their own bedroom. So I wanted, if we can be that YouTube that you did watch back in the days, right? And then get to know, okay, I
Yeah,
need
this,
this,
yeah.
I need this, and this. Now we are the YouTube.
Yeah.
Can we get to know what did you have to buy? We don't need to know what kind of instrument was it, but again, if we can say, okay, I needed a microphone, an interface, maybe a cable or whatever, can you put
Yeah,
that
yeah.
together so people can?
It was because you need a computer. I had the computer.
Computer.
Anything that in that time it was with GarageBand, but
Yeah.
that's free. Or you have then I switched to Ableton free.
So you need an audio.
The free audio workspace, which is the
yeah.
DAW,
Yeah.
digital audio workspace.
Mhm.
You need that, but if you're just recording yourself, it can be free. You don't need the whole for producing.
Cool.
You just get a free one on your computer,
Yeah.
and then you get what I bought was the interface.
An audio interface.
Yeah, an audio interface. I bought the
Cool.
Roland Rubik's 22,
I know that one. Yeah.
which is
Yes.
actually the same one I have today.
Yeah, it's a good
because
one.
it's good, and it was
It's
like,
very
okay,
good.
I don't
Yeah.
need to change it.
I need some. I need some advice.
How many?
on that.
How
He's like,
many?
"Fuck."
I need to come. We need to talk after that because
How
I
many
usually get.
inputs do you have on that one?
Sorry,
How many input do you need on that one? Like you on your side?
when you're doing it to the computer. Well, yeah, because I have it connected to monitors, but you don't need monitors because
Yeah.
you connect the interface to just one computer. It's USB to
USB,
the
yeah.
computer.
But in terms of microphones, how many
And
input do you have?
microphone, I have two inputs in
Two
that
inputs.
one.
Cool. So already with two inputs, you're ready to go.
Yeah, but you
Cool.
don't even need two inputs. I think there's
Solar,
smaller,
right?
even cheaper ones that is just one input,
Yeah.
and you can get if you're doing demos.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about being artist, and that's all. That's the main
Nice.
thing. If you have just one for a voice track like that, it's good.
All right.
But yeah, I just had that one. That one is okay. This one's a bit better. I'll get it. And so
Right.
yeah, the interface, and then I don't even know what it's called. The cable. That's bad, dude. I should know what it's called.
Which
One
one?
of these guys. I think it's this
cable.
one.
Yeah, audio cable.
The
right?
audio
The
cable.
XLR.
That, yeah.
Yeah, XLR cable.
Yeah, I should
Yeah.
know this.
No, you know
I
what
should
I mean
know
by
this.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you guys know
know.
what I'm talking about.
Trust me, you know a lot more than me, brother. I go to the studio to record, and that's my job, and
So
I'm
press
out.
that button. Yeah.
Yeah.
Press that, I'm out.
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
no. But yeah, just that, and then the microphone that I got
Yeah.
the Audio Technica,
Audio Technica. Yeah.
the condenser. I don't know. It's like the most typical microphone.
Wow.
Again, I forget the name, but
Yeah.
if you look for condenser mic, it's probably gonna be the first one
Cool.
that shows up.
Just don't get the USB one.
No,
Don't
yeah,
get the USB
don't
one,
get
please.
USB. Don't
Get
get,
get the Audio Technica, but don't get the USB one.
invest at least a little bit to get
Yeah.
one through an interface. That's the main thing. Because you want at least some quality. Because then it's not. It's like you're just recording on this.
Yeah.
I don't want to put myself on the blast out there. I don't want to.
He's like, oh man, I've been.
Watch out.
He's laughing.
Yeah, I want to watch out. He's the guy in the back over there is a key guy to always have to roast me. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why we're not gonna talk about. That's why we're focusing on guests of tonight.
And
I
then
don't do that.
for listening purpose, did you have to buy monitors or did you have to use just headphones?
No, at the start, just headphones.
Headphones? Okay.
You can use. Obviously, it's better to have some that are like sound isolating
Yeah.
because then it's like you're not gonna get the feedback from the microphone.
Cool.
But honestly, you could even do it with just regular plugging ones.
Mm.
But it's better to invest in ones that have like the isolating sound, not
Yeah.
just the small headphones.
And those ones were like Audio Technica too, or
No, at the start I just had other ones that were just that I just had to listen to music, and they
consumer
were
version,
pretty
yeah.
good.
cool.
And they were like Sennheiser or something, and they
Sennheiser,
were pretty. Yeah,
yeah.
they were pretty good. So I just used those.
Sennheiser is good, yeah.
But recently I
Yeah.
switched to new ones because they were like falling apart. So
Alright. Uh,
and the new ones is Audio Technica also. Yeah.
Cool.
You
So
know-
really, you don't need monitors, studio monitors. Just
No,
get your
you
headphones.
don't. Yeah. No.
Get your headphones, and you're on the road.
Yeah, for sure. I got later because I got really into producing and stuff, so I wanted them. But to
Yeah.
make demos, you don't. You just need that to just get the
Yeah.
the idea, the demo, right? Because when you're doing a demo, you want to show your idea, and
Yeah.
and if you have, if you're good, if you're creative and you're talented, then you're gonna be able to show that you have good ideas with just a demo. Then it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be perfect.
100%.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, I know we're gonna get back to you. Right now you're boiling, but let me take this opportunity because
Don't
for
worry
you
about
to bring it back to me again,
I'm calming down.
it's gonna take a year again so I can get it back. So
Oh,
you
man.
mentioned in the beginning that you were making instrumental by typing on your keyboard on the
Yeah.
laptop. Did you need to have a controller, a USB controller, like
No,
MIDI controller?
the first ones that I did were with nothing, with like no
Okay.
MIDI controller, because
Yeah,
you can. There's a setting in the program where you
Music
can make
typing. Yeah.
the keys, like the you know, the typing
Yeah.
the keys with the letters to
Yeah.
play the music notes.
yeah,
I mean, that's actually, I don't recommend it. It's very difficult to do it like that. But the first times I did do it like that. But then it was like I had to adjust a lot. But you can get a MIDI controller for cheap, like $80, I think.
yeah.
80 to 100, and it's worth it. It makes
Or
it a lot
even on
easier.
Facebook, you can get for 30
Yeah,
bucks
used
right now,
ones,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is definitely worth it, you know, because actually
Yeah.
having the keys to play is definitely helps.
Mhm.
But you don't need it, like 100%, you don't need it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man,
That's
wow. You know, I'm definitely learning something from this today. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe after this show, maybe you're gonna see me different.
You never
was
know,
like-
man. That would be a
Watch out.
very good thing.
That's
if
what-
the host can also learn something.
Hey, listen, I'm
That's good.
representing a lot of people out there who want to self-produce themselves sometimes, because
Yeah.
I gotta put less work on you sometimes with what I do, you know, or
Yeah.
or the guy in the back over there too.
Yeah.
But the thing is, obviously, music is such a big, you know, step to finally come to that conclusion of like, oh, I gotta release this now. You know, we go
Yeah.
through so many things.
Steps. Yeah.
You know, it can be up, it can be low, it can be so many things. That's why I wanted to ask you, Theo, man, because for someone who wants to start producing themselves, you know, you have to make the beat, you have to record yourself, you have to now mix it up, and then you gotta go ahead
Yeah.
and master it.
Yeah.
You know, master the thing.
And
So
you gotta write it too.
you gotta write that thing too, because
Yeah,
you,
you wanna
you
write
need
the
to write
song,
something
yeah.
showing our people. Yeah,
You write it, you produce it, you perform it, you mix it and master it,
Wow.
and you're gonna release it, you promote
And then
it.
release
That's-
it, which is like, that's halfway. Before releasing is only half of the work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because,
half
you
of
know-
the work. That's what I'm saying. So how do you handle all that? Like
The full process,
the
you mean?
full process on how do you, what would be your advice if somebody want to take that same step of being their own self, like what are the most challenging things they have to be ready to face, and
Yeah.
the best part about it too.
The most
You said-
challenging thing is definitely getting to the point where you're tired of your own song, because you're having to
Oh,
listen to
man.
it so many times, because you're making the beat, you're writing the
Oh,
song, you're
man.
mixing the beat, you're mastering it, and then you're shooting the visuals
That's what
on
I'm
top
saying,
of it.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
editing the visuals
Yeah,
on top
yeah.
of it.
No,
You're
'cause-
posting the visuals, and it's like, bro, I'm tired of the song. But that's part of it too, right?
But the thing is, you know, my music, whenever I make a beat with somebody else, and then this genius right here is mixing my songs, I get tired of it. Not even like 2 days after. You know, I'm already tired of it. Listen to it. I can't even imagine how you gotta go, like every
Yeah.
you listen to the every, because that's the step.
No,
You know?
it's definitely a challenging process to do the whole thing, for sure, because
Yeah.
it's like, you got to do the beat from scratch. You get maybe like the chord progression in, and then,
Yeah.
well, this is how I do it, right?
Yeah.
I'll say my process. Maybe some people prefer to do the whole beat first and then come
Right.
in, but I like to get kind of like the main idea of the chord progression,
Yeah.
and then throw in the melody of the voice, and then write it, and then
Yeah.
add the finish structuring the beat.
Mm.
But yeah, you know, it's a lot of stuff to do,
Yeah.
and you gotta keep learning, keep getting better. What I would say is that just like everything, repetition, right? And the more you do it, the more agile you get at doing the whole process,
Yeah.
and you'll like put them out faster, you know. Like before, maybe I would be stuck like 2-3 days on a song, and now like I can comfortably make a whole song in a day, just like from zero.
Wow.
But that's just like, it depends how you're feeling you want to do it. Sometimes what I've been doing recently also is like, and I think it's a good idea, You just get like throw a bunch of ideas, make like a ton of demos, like make as many demos as you can, share them with your friends. And it's like, oh, I like this one, I like that one more. And then come back and finish working the idea, the process, finish
That
mixing,
can be
finish
cool.
mastering.
It can be cool.
I feel like because that's where you get like I said before, it's like if you have a good idea, even if it's recorded on the phone, it's like, oh, that melody is super catchy, bro.
Yeah.
And then it's
I
like
feel that.
if you do that with demos, you can do like just do as many as you want and share them. And then some people maybe say that they like kind of more or less the same ones. It's like, okay, we're gonna focus on these ones. So I think that's a good strategy. So because also you don't want to like burn yourself out, right? You don't want to like do the whole process and work so much time on a song and then you're like, oh, actually this song I don't like it that much, but you finish it because you've already gone this whole way, because that happens too. That can happen. It's like, you have an idea and then all the ideas aren't going to be the best. So it's good to kind of like make it in a way that it's best for yourself and for just find the best song, right? Just like, it's that way you can just find the best music by sharing it, and it's gonna be easier that way.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just the process that Teote goes through, man. It's absolutely amazing. It's incredible. And if the first time you're actually watching Teo today, we definitely you'll find about his music tonight. So by the end of this show, we'll make sure to announce where you can stream, because a lot of work goes between this making the music, just releasing that one song he just released. It's a lot of steps that he had to work through. So your support definitely means a lot. So by the end of this show, man, you can subscribe to Taylor's channel. You know what I'm saying? Follow him on this journey, because I'm impressed everything you're doing, man. I tell you, for real,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you.
No, you too. You guys are killing it here. This is awesome, dude.
We appreciate
you guys are killing it.
Yeah. So now I wanted to dive a little bit more. I know, Major, you're a producer, so you had to attack your side, but let me attack my side in terms of
Go for music. It, man. Go for it.
See, Tell, your music, man, like I told you, the first time when I heard that song, the first when you performed, I was mind blown, man. I was like, this is it. Because reggaeton, if you don't want to dance, it's going to make you dance with
That's the thing, dude. That's the thing. Reggaeton is reggaeton.
Reggaeton is reggaeton. You go out there, you will dance whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, how would you describe your music? What makes it so unique from other different artists who are out there? And what makes Teote the version of himself? Yeah,
definitely. Well, first of all, the fact that I produce my own things, I think which is why I want to continue just mainly being my own producer, is that automatically my sound is going to be different from, just going on YouTube and finding beats. Because that's what everybody maybe is going to YouTube.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'll do my own thing, so it's going to naturally, since I'm making it from scratch, it's going to be unique in that it's my own thing that I'm creating, right? So there's that. But also definitely that my main two influences are reggaeton and cumbia. And I love to join those two, because where I'm from in Uruguay, it's actually reggaeton and cumbia is like almost I think people listen more to cumbia than reggaeton over there.
Wow.
Which is like just a different genre. I'm not sure if you know. But over there, it's it's definitely a big thing, and I love it. Right?
Is it more?
It's more
different from like.
How would I explain
different kind
it?
of dance, different kind of.
It's more. I guess you can say it's more traditional style of music.
Yeah.
Closer to. Because the reggaeton is like urban music, right?
Yeah.
Like here, it's closer to something like hip hop.
Yes.
And cumbia is more closer to salsa, merengue, that kind of stuff. But
it's like kind of like Latin jazz, right?
Yeah, kind of more on that side, not as urban, right?
Yeah.
But still in Uruguay and Argentina, it's become more urban because it's become super popular.
Yeah.
And like that's what people like, so it's more there. That is urban as well. But anyways, the point is that I am heavily influenced from that too, as well as just typical mainstream reggaeton, like Puerto Rico and Colombian.
Yeah.
And I like kind of joining those together, which people do, especially over in Uruguay and Argentina. It's common, but I just feel like I do have my own spin on it when it comes to joining those two genres, again, because I'm producing it myself. It's like, no, I want this to sound more this way or that way. So that's one thing that makes it unique
That's
also.
cool, man. That's really cool.
And yeah, I mean, my Spanish accent. I mean, here there's not a lot of people from Uruguay.
I wanted to talk to you
or
about that a
Argentina.
little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's a different accent, right? Some people love it, some people hate it.
That's-
You know,
that-
it's a
that-
love or hate. You love it or hate it, bro. But
Wow.
but it's like that's also gonna make it sound different, right? And maybe it's just me because this is how I speak, and to me, my accent is just normal.
Mm.
But I feel like it's definitely one of the more different accents in terms of all the Latin American Spanish. You know what I mean?
That's crazy because
So
I didn't even
that's
know
also-
that happens in Latin
The
music world. I didn't know that was the case of like.
So what do you mean by your accent? Is it like your accent is kind of it's no more pure? It's now having an influence, like an English influence, or you are more pure Latin than everybody else who
Damn,
was born here?
that's. Well, you can compare it saying like English from United States from here,
Yeah.
or from England, right? And then
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
Australian and there's South
Yeah.
African,
Yes.
and they all kind of
Exactly.
talk different. The one from England is the original, I guess, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
The one from Spain is the original in the case of Spanish.
Yeah.
And then Latin America is just a mess of accents. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy how many different
Good.
accents there is. Like each country has its own
Yeah,
way of mannerisms of
Yeah.
talking and everything.
yeah.
So the one you speak is more the one from Spain, or
I don't know if it's closer, honestly.
Really?
Maybe it's closer. It's different though. It's not. I don't know. Because you
Okay.
could say maybe that it's closer to the one from Spain, but it's not at the same time.
Would you
It's-
say
Okay.
it's different? Well, it has to be very different
I
compared to
think-
Puerto Rico. And,
Oh yeah, completely
yeah.
different. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
It's very different. I don't know if people who
That
don't know
must-
Spanish can hear the differences when the different accents speak.
I'm pretty sure because
I probably
I know in
can.
Afrobeat music, stuff like that matters a lot. People
Yeah,
go
yeah.
through phases like that where this
Yeah.
this person sounds different. You can tell he's not Nigerian singing Nigerian. I guess that's gonna.
it might be tough for somebody who doesn't speak Spanish to really tell
The difference.
The differences. It's very tough,
Really?
right? Yeah, it's really tough.
Yeah, because I mean, even if I say things differently, for the main thing is that in Uruguay and Argentina, we say we pronounce double L's and the Y's like sh, like that. Like
Yeah.
the
Mm.
playa is how most of them say, and we say
Yeah.
playa. Playa is beach. It's like with the
Okay.
Y, right?
All right.
That's like, or pollo, which is chicken, with the double.
Wow.
You say
Oh,
P-O
okay.
double L-O. They would say pollo,
Interesting.
right? Or something like that. I don't know how they say it. Pollo.
Wow.
And I say pollo. And so that's like a difference, but
I
maybe
guess-
to you guys that doesn't even sound that different.
Yeah, I
you
know
Yeah.
for real.
And I mean that's one thing, but there's also just the whole tone. The whole tone of it is different.
You think that makes it harder for someone, let's say from Uruguay, making reggaeton music? You think that makes it more harder for them to be like, okay, you know what, they will listen to it different as they listen to artists from Puerto Rico, Colombia.
Yeah,
I know for sure 'cause that's popping. You can see a lot of. artists up in there.
that's an important question and like thing to say, because it's definitely something I think about a lot, and people have asked me what I think about this, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, because like the mainstream typical kind of
Yeah.
reggaeton
Yeah.
is from Puerto Rico and then
Yeah.
Colombia too, right?
Mhm.
And they have their accents, and that's kind of become normalized. And then singing with the Uruguayan accent on a typical reggaeton, maybe some people are gonna think, oh, that's like they're not used to it, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, that depends the person, I guess, because you can think it's, oh, I don't like it because it doesn't sound like the main thing, or
That's
you
what
can
I'm
say
saying.
this is awesome, this is new, this is different,
Yeah.
right? It depends the person. Some people are like, no, do your own, it is what it is,
Yeah.
and do it how you want. And some people's like, no, maybe try to make it more like them. But
Yeah.
personally, I'm like, I think no, I rather stay true to who I am. Like,
Yes.
this is how it is. And
I'm gonna slap the table for that.
slap the table.
I'm gonna
bro.
slap
Yeah,
that
flip
table
the
for that.
table.
Yes.
Like,
That's what
shit.
I'm trying to make sure everybody gotta know that. They have to
You
understand that.
you stay true to what you are, because I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of people, I mean, in Uruguay, it's a problem. I see it as a problem. I guess they don't, but some people, even just to make it more mainstream, they will like push our accent down
Mhm.
just to be like, oh, so this is kind of more mainstream and more received
Mhm.
by people, I guess. But I don't agree with that, honestly. I think
Mhm.
it's like, dude, you are who you are, and if you're doing something different, it's just weird. I don't know.
Mhm.
That's how I see it.
True to that.
That's really crazy because I feel like music is all about ears, man. You know,
Yeah.
someone fall in love with your music, they fall in love with music regardless no matter what. They will
Yeah.
stream it because they wanna listen to. I wanna listen to Telltale,
Yeah.
going rap out there and doing his thing, man.
I
That's
mean, no, because think about it. It's always also when things are new, it's always gonna get like, okay, whoa, when people started doing reggaeton in Colombia, they were like, the Puerto Ricans were like, what the hell is this? Like, they're making reggaeton in Colombia. That's a joke.
wow.
That's the reaction it had at the start. The Puerto
Wow.
Ricans were like, bro, this is not, reggaeton belongs to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And then
It's
and
so
then
funny, man. 'Cause
fucking
that's
and then oh, I don't know if you can swear here.
brother, you already started the show with swearing. You're good.
It's too late now.
It's too late now. No, we good. You're good, man. It's
Well, what was
past
I
what we're
gonna
talking
say?
about.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, and then Colombia started doing it anyways. J Balvin did it, and then he got massive, and then it's like, oh, okay, now it's accepted,
That's what I'm saying.
And it's like that's the same anywhere.
Yeah, because even there's some crazy artists from Dominican Republic. I don't know if that's also could be very very different. How there's that guy, I don't know what's his name again. The guy would sing. "La mamá my madre, my madre,"
He's not. That's El
"La
Alfa. I
mamá
think.
de mamá." Is he from
El Alfa, and yeah, that's El Alfa.
Yeah, right. Because
I
people
think,
respected what he was doing. People like going crazy because they love the music. They love what they hear. What's
Yeah.
making people move. You know what I mean?
That's
So
true, yeah.
that's why I gotta tell you, man. I feel like you're doing really amazing. I know you're doing an amazing job,
Thank you, bro.
and
Thank you.
you kill it all negative people will take you down, man. Your
No,
music will bounce no matter what.
and there is negative people, and there will always be negative people, but you have
100%.
to ignore them, dude. Yeah.
100%.
Don't. I feel like don't get like caught up with them. Don't pay them attention.
Yeah,
Because then they are winning if they're paying you attention.
100%.
If you are paying them attention.
The guy in the
Sorry.
back, you picked that up. You gotta have to make sure you write those things
Oh,
down, brother.
I
Don't miss
touched
out.
something personal there. I don't know what it was.
No, but that
Wow.
No, but my experience is that like sometimes people are like getting so negative, or even like they want to. I don't even know. It's like you've done nothing wrong to them.
Yeah.
And they just come at you.
Yeah,
But if you're like paying attention to them, then that's what they want, right?
yeah. But
You
that's
have to
that-
just-
that's the thing about music, man. Because music can be it can be heard in very different ways. Someone might not, like you said, we talk about accent. Someone might not just like you as an artist
Yeah.
because you got this accent,
Mm.
or you can't do exactly how things are supposed to be. So,
Yeah.
but speaking of people liking your song though, just the shows that you've been doing recently, because I follow up some your stuff that you're doing out there in Vancouver is incredible. You have amazing shows. People actually listen to song. I see like people actually dancing and vibing to your music. That must be really good for you. That must feel really
Yeah,
awesome for you.
dude.
Just
That's. I mean, honestly, that's the main thing, right? When I go and I'm like going to a show, it's like, damn, I hope the people get into it, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
That's the first thing you got.
Everybody.
I hope
Everybody does that.
Yeah, I hope they don't like, what the heck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been doing lots of shows. Thankfully, they've been coming, which is a blessing. And people, again, it's reggaeton is reggaeton, right? That's how I see it. It's like, and even more, cumbia is cumbia. I hit them with a
I guess.
and
I gotta
then
make sure I dive
people,
into that cumbia, man.
especially here, because I feel like here it's not popular, right? Like here you hear the reggaeton,
Yeah.
but cumbia is like popular in Latin America, and since
Yeah.
it's not as mainstream as reggaeton in most countries, it doesn't really reach here as much.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing thing. The
That's
rhythm, you
impressive,
just
man.
move. So then I combine that with reggaeton rhythm, and it's just like people are like, "Damn, bro, this is crazy,"
And you producing wise, how did you get into? How did you like be like, okay, I'm gonna put this together. I'm gonna put cumbia together. We're gonna join them. How did you come up with that? That's
mainly
impressive, man.
mainly just the fact that I was really into both, right?
Oh, okay.
Both of those genres, and I'm
Yeah.
like, and I have like a collection of of recordings of instruments and sounds that are like from cumbia, and then the ones from reggaeton.
Yeah.
And they're both there in my library. And it's like, okay, I'm just gonna throw these in together, one on top of the other,
Yeah.
and see how it sounds. And I kind of testing it, and then it's like, it sounds good.
That's
Sounds
amazing.
crazy. Yeah, it goes crazy.
Major, I don't want I know it's been a year.
I knew.
Come on, man. I know you say it on your show. You say it's gonna be another year.
It's gonna take
It's
a
gonna go
year
back to you.
before-
Let me go back to you, Major, man. I know you don't want to get mad in this show. I know how you can get mad sometimes.
Internally, right?
Come on, Major. What you gonna ask Taylor?
I only get mad internally. I don't get mad outside. So yes, I have
talk about
a.
that
He's good. He can control. This is
We'll
good.
yeah, he
Yeah.
can control it. I've never seen him mad. We'll talk
Yeah.
about that later.
That's
though.
good. Yeah.
This is a matter of we're live.
We live,
people.
right? So we don't need to forget that we live. So yeah, Theo, I want to take you back to the creation process, because I feel like that's the most important thing, because you can perform music, but you still need to create it.
Yeah.
For you to perform it, you need to get confident that this is really something that I can perform. I want to know, did you have to create a routine or something like a discipline as to how many songs do you have to create every day in order for you to be able to start choosing, like, okay, this is a good production? Because you said you make demos, a bunch of demos.
Yeah.
So you can choose one that is good and then finish it up. Do you have a routine that you follow, like every day 2 songs or 3 songs a day, 1 song a day, or maybe in a week? Some people produce just on weekends. How do you take that? How do you approach it?
Well, I think routine is super important for
Okay.
anything, and I've been
Yeah.
seeing this more and more,
Mhm.
and I'm always on top of myself that I need to be better with
Right.
routine. You
Yeah.
know, because if you have your routine set up that you need to do this, and you don't question it, it's like when you go to the gym. It's like if you're going to the gym without a routine, it's like you're seeing all these
Yeah.
machines, all
Yeah.
these weights. It's like, okay, I'll grab this, I'll do, then
Yeah,
I'll do
yeah.
this, and then I'll do a squat, and then you know, it's like if you don't have the routine,
100%,
but no,
yeah.
you have the plan. Okay, today I know that I'm doing these 5 exercises, and tomorrow I'm doing these, tomorrow I'm doing these, and you don't think about it. And when you have the routine, the same for music. That's how you're gonna progress. I feel like.
Yeah.
Just writing down, make a list of your week or whenever you can put the time in. This is what you're going to do each day
Yeah.
in the creation of your new song or process of putting your music out, right? Because then you're not going to stress, you're not going to think about it. You will still stress for sure, but that's a given.
Yeah.
But you're going to just go, okay, today, look at the list. Okay, this, I'm going to go and I do this. And that relating to when I knew it was going to be my first song. Honestly, when I put my first song out, I wasn't at that point yet of having a fixed routine, because I was kind of just, getting into it and testing it out. And I wasn't going to put out my first song, actually.
Yeah.
To me, it was all just another demo. I was just going to keep it there because I was like, no, this is not good enough yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I really liked it, and I loved the concept behind it and everything. But then it was like my close friends and people were like, no, just put it out. Just start now. And I think that was definitely good. And I think it's something people should do. So if you can implement that routine and just start putting things out, it's the best you can do for yourself, because even if you think you're not ready yet, it's like you're going to post it and it's going to get 5 views,
Yeah.
Like to be realist, it's like you don't post something and it just goes viral. You need, when you post something goes viral, but you were posting like for a year every day before that one went viral, right? So it's like, don't worry about it, just post it.
Man, that's the key right there.
And it's nobody's gonna see it. Your friends will see it, and then maybe say I don't want my friends to judge me. I don't want this. I don't want that. Well, that's just something you're gonna have to get over and do it anyways, because you can't pay attention to that for anything in life. You can't pay attention to getting judged and because who cares about anyone else? Do what you want.
It's the goal.
You
You're
just-
looking forward. That's the goal.
If I like it, what I'm doing, if I'm happy and I like what I'm doing, then the rest of you, I don't care. You you like it or not.
Big
This is what I
things.
like. This is what I
Big
like.
things. What's always I was talking
Yeah.
here. Big things. I like that, man. Because we were just discussing about that like a couple of days ago and just even earlier
Yeah.
today. It's just
Yeah.
how much, heavy music can be on people, and especially when you start listening to critics, that's when things start even going a lot more for
Yeah.
independent artists, especially. So I really like the fact that you have that mentality.
Yeah,
you just
dude,
gotta be
people
locked into that.
people that don't like what you're doing, they can kick rocks, like
Tell us real, man.
and
Tell
if
us
you, and
that.
you and if you have
Play it
people
around.
if you have people, okay, unless you're actually completely shit, then you're
Yeah,
bad.
then things
But
are-
if you're good, if you're actually good, then there will be people that don't like it, and that's a
Wow.
good sign. If you have haters, you gotta love your haters, bro. When I
Wow.
see a hater on TikTok, it's like, bro, like laughing and stuff. It's like I
Wow.
love the haters, bro,
But
because
wow.
it means it's like this guy, this person, they saw what you're doing,
Yeah.
and it somehow hit them here,
Yeah.
and it made them pissed off or something. Because if something makes you pissed off, if somebody annoys you, it's because there's something, it's reflecting something in yourself,
Yeah.
and that's a whole, like, you can go for hours on this conversation,
Yeah.
but it's like if
But
somebody
that's the important.
if somebody
thing, man.
attacks you because they see you're doing something that you like and you're on your own,
Mm.
if they take the time to actually type and go after you like that, it's because you're making them either feel down, insecure about themselves, and it's subconscious to them. They probably don't even realize it, because if not, they would just, oh, I don't like this, I'm swiping away.
Man.
That's what it would do. If you don't like
Wow.
something, you just don't look at it. Like, I don't like to watch, I don't know, cooking shows, so I'm not going and hating on cooking shows. It's like I just don't watch it.
Yeah.
But so that's good if you're starting or whatever. Like, think about that. It's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
do your stuff, dude. It's like,
Wow.
if you like it, that's what it is.
Wow. And if I can take you back to what he was saying, I'm gonna try to dive into his brain, and then that's gonna create a question.
I'm important, man.
Yeah, he is very important.
I might not know all the skills he does mixing and stuff, but
Yeah.
he still uses my brain sometimes.
I do use his brain, and you're gonna see how I'm gonna use it now.
Ah, okay, watch
So-
out.
Here's one thing. He mentioned that
Watch out.
What is he gonna say, bro?
I don't know. He's so unpredictable, this guy. I
Oh,
don't
I'm
know.
scared, man.
Watch out.
he mentioned one thing that is very important. It's sometimes you listen to your music to the point that you get tired of it,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And in reality, it's the listening can be different.
Oh
'Cause
man.
there are levels of listening. There's an emotional listening. There's also critical listening.
He's
right?
going at it now.
Critical listening, and that takes development. You have to work on it to become a critical listener, so that you don't
Yeah.
listen to music just because you want to be attacked emotionally,
Yeah.
but you want to be able to tell what is the element that is
Yeah.
making that
Learning
music,
from it.
learning from it, and then be able to put the music together. So I want to know, how did you develop that
The technical
to be able to hear the element of a song and then draw that and put it in your own production, so that you don't become an emotional listener
Yeah.
who get tired of what they're listening to, right?
Oh, he's coming at you.
Good
dude.
question. No, wonderful question, man.
No. It's well, no, because I do the same. I'm all the time, like, I listen to it emotionally too much. That happens to me.
Ah.
Like, sometimes I can't even finish the verse because I like the first part of the verse, and I'm just like, oh shit,
Yeah.
like listening to it on a loop,
Yeah.
and it's like, bro, Theo, focus, bro. You need to finish the rest of this. And
That's
then,
the
no,
part
I
right
liked
there.
it so much that I just have the loop, and then it's like I can't continue because I'm just too happy with what I just did, and I'm,
Yeah.
so that's a problem that I have, but it's
Wow.
okay because that means you're enjoying it too, right?
Yeah.
Good.
But no, it's definitely important to learn to, like, that comes, I guess, with just being able to discipline yourself to, like, okay, no, we're gonna do this, we're gonna
Yeah.
focus and finish this, and then come back.
Yeah.
Just, I guess, through, like, just doing it lots, repetition and learning, and the producing and everything.
Yeah.
Practicing writing without the beat, I found helped me, because a lot of times I'm like doing the melodies over the beat, and then I like it and I kind of get caught up with that. Sometimes it's like, okay, find the melody, remember it, and then pause the beat and write off of it,
Mm.
and then come back and kind of fit it to the beat, you know,
Mm.
because that way it's like I'm just writing and I'm focused on the writing, just on paper, on the phone, whatever,
Mm.
and then I put it together with what the melodic and the emotion, right? Because that's where the emotion comes in. I think that's one thing that is helpful, but mainly it's just being able to be like, no, focus, dude. Like
Yeah,
finish
yeah,
it,
yeah,
and then you can listen to it in the car.
Yeah.
or whatever.
Because he's taking a place where now you being the artist, and then now you being the producer as well. You know,
yeah, I'm fighting myself. It's like
you're fighting yourself because you gotta also be the
Yeah.
artist. You gotta be like, I like this stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
Let me. Oh, this is fire.
Yeah.
This is some good stuff. Then you gotta be like, come on, I gotta finish this. Thing.
yeah. Oh, that
Yeah.
happens so much, and
Yeah.
it's just self control for me, at least. It's self control of being
Yeah.
like, no, finish it, and like sometimes I'll isolate one sound, like I only need like the chord progression to write the lyrics, or maybe the chords and the drums for rhythm, and then the rest of the sounds I'll keep them muted just so I can focus. You know, it's just how the words are gonna sound on top of the beat.
Yeah. Because some songs can really sound bad in the studio and you feel like, this is not it. But
Yeah.
come to realize that that's the song that you're really looking for your entire career. So which means that the listening can make someone detecting that this is it. Because I've been in studios where the artist is gonna say no to the song, and the producer is like, "This is it.
Yeah. Okay.
We really need to release this."
Hmm.
And
That's
in the
interesting.
end, the song get released and it changes life. Like there's a
Mhm.
song like called I think Gold Digger by Kanye
Oh,
West
yeah,
and
yeah,
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
If you listen,
Oh,
Jamie
that one,
Foxx
yeah,
was
super
like,
famous.
bro, I'm out of this.
Really?
Of course, because he wanted to sing R&B, right? You know, making
Wow.
his voice sounding like R&B.
I
And
didn't- I
Kanye
didn't
was
know- I
like,
didn't know that part.
no, man, I don't want that. Sing it this way. And he's like, come out of this. Let me just do this.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Wow.
he left the studio. The next time he got a call saying, you know that song you sang in by Kanye West? That song you sang in? It's #1 on the chart right now.
Wow.
And he was surprised. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
songs like that
Oh,
exist,
you
right?
get surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, but that comes down to who can tell that this is really a hit. That's a level of listening.
That's a level you need experience.
That's,
Yeah.
that's the highest level of listening to tell like this is really a hit, regardless of what others can think about it.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to know and it can be critical to be able to tell that about your music because you're creating the baby yourself. You know, you have to give birth to the baby,
Yeah.
groom the baby, educate the baby,
Yeah.
and then make them become a man or a woman. That's like a song.
Yeah.
And that can be really tough, especially when your voice is in the song too, and you're like,
Yeah, when it's all you.
it sounds flat.
That's
Maybe I'm out of tune.
Oh yeah, there's
Maybe
so
the
much
key is
back
very
and
high.
forth, so much back and forth, and then it's like, oh, I gotta go back, switch this, and then you
Yeah.
finally bounce it out. You have the final demo or master, whatever, and then it's like, oh no, I'm gonna go back and do this.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, when it's all 100% yourself,
yeah.
it's difficult, and I think the best is to work with other people also because it's
Oh,
good
other
to have
people, right?
different
Mhm.
different ears, different minds, inputs into it.
Yeah.
But being able to do yourself, I think is a very good thing to have. You know what I mean?
It's a
Because
nice
it's like,
learning process.
if tomorrow I go and I'm working, which would be my ideal thing, right? Having a group of people that we're all working together, and somebody is producing, somebody is also writing, somebody's doing this, somebody's doing that, you know?
Yeah.
But if I know that I can do it on my own, it will give me more just control over the whole project and creative idea, you know? Yeah. I think it's good to be able to have that skill of doing everything yourself, but working with people is definitely ideal for sure.
Yeah. But how to finish? I know BK is gonna have some stuff to add. How do you discipline yourself to say this is now ready to be released? Because it can get really hard for you to say now I'm ready.
Yeah.
When you work with somebody else, you really have a deadline. You know, like every time I work with BK, I have to know, okay, next week this song gotta be released. Even if it's going to be released or not, but at least I have to respond to their need first of all. But when I'm working on my own song, that's a different thing because
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah.
no one is pushing me. That's
Yeah.
my song.
Oh, that's
That's my song.
Oh,
So I want to know, how do you go about that, especially when you are working on yourself?
Yeah.
How did
No,
you come to
it's
that?
interesting that you asked that because it's something that I've actually been thinking about a lot. And lately
Yeah,
I've been
it's
pushing myself to just
fighting
be
with
like,
that
no,
too,
Dale,
right?
it's done. Like, that's it.
Wow.
Oh, no, I want to, no, it's done. You
Wow.
know?
Yeah.
Because before I feel like I would spend more time on it and be like, no, I need to do this, need to do that, need to. But now it's like, I don't know, because I don't have a point that it's like when this and this is done, I say it's ready. I don't know when it is, but it's kind of just like I feel like I reach a point where it's like, okay, this is good enough. And I just decide. It's like, leave it there, you know, and on to the next. And I feel like it helps me saying leave it there and on to the next, also because I look forward to something new, right? Rather than just going again on the same, which will also make me more tired of that one project, right? But I think going on to the, like, saying, okay, it's done, move to the next one, that helps because it's like, also it's going to help you with just improving your skills, you know? Because instead of the same song, it's like, okay, no, maybe the first one I left it more like whatever, and it's not as good as it could be, but the next one's going to be better, and then the next one's going to be better, and then keep growing like that, you know? And the same for everything, for visuals, for putting it out there. It's just like, okay, this video is good. Okay, we'll post it. And then next time we'll remember our idea and try to implement it.
We've got a question from our viewers coming in now. And this one comes from Zur Thomas, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
El Sur, ya sabes.
Oh, okay. Shout out to... So...
You're gonna see him in the videos.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in lots of those videos.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you out there. So the question is like, I was wondering how the routine of a musician compares to someone in school, like myself. Thomas.
Well, what is he doing in school? Can we get that? Can we do?
Thomas got to type in that. What are you doing at school?
Can you type what are you doing in school right now? Are you doing music? Are you in high school? Are you in college? What are you doing right now?
Exactly. So the question for you, Theo, is so he was wondering what the routine is between a musician compared to someone in school, especially when it comes to management, time managing and stuff.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Really good question.
Yeah, so, well, that it's just all up to, it's on yourself, right? It's on yourself depending how much work you want to put in, how dedicated you want to be, what else you have to do in the day, right? However, if you're working, long time you have available to work on your music, you got to just sit down, write, make a list, and be like, okay, this is the hours that I have available, and this is what I'm gonna do. But you know, if you're going to school, you have class from this time to this time, and so you're gonna be there. But you got to do that for yourself, right? If you're making music, because you're an entrepreneur, that's what you're doing. 100%. You're making your own business.
Yeah.
So you just gotta say you want to work on new music. Okay, I have free this time of this day. I put it in my calendar and I put alarms on my phone, and that's what you do. So you don't give yourself an option. It's like you force yourself. Same like going to the gym. You know, whatever time you decide to go to the gym, that's when you're gonna go, and you just go.
Really amazing.
And
I'll definitely elaborate with that later because I have some tactics that people need to know about.
We all need to know. We can all be better, man.
And you point out some good points, but he also did have a follow-up question. Do you ever experience something like writer's block? If so, do you have any tactics to get past it?
Yeah, for sure. There is definitely blocks. Sometimes it's like nothing, you're writing and it's like, no, all of this is shit. And it's like, you want to throw it all out the window. And then, that's interesting because one way you can handle that is saying, no, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to step back. I will go, whatever, for a walk, for a drive, or not do any, because, being art, it's unique. You kind of need that element of inspiration away. Yeah. And I feel like that's the typical response, is more on that side of like, yeah, go get inspired, go dance if you're making reggaeton and get. But I like to look at it. I mean, I agree with that, but I also like to look at it on the way of like, no, dude, like sit down and write.
Right.
And if you're not inspired, it's like maybe it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
But you're gonna push through that. You're gonna power through the block, and ultimately that will be better because you're still practicing your writing and your production of your craft.
Yeah.
And also you're I feel like you're practicing your ability to control yourself and be like, no, now I'm gonna write, and this is what I have to do right now. And yeah, being art, sometimes you will just, sometimes you make a song in 10 minutes and it's way better than a song that you spend an hour, right?
Yeah, it happens.
That
It
happens.
Yeah.
So being art, it's always gonna be like that. But I feel like if you can push through those difficult like blocks of no inspiration, I think it can be good, just as a whole for yourself.
So a songwriter.
So I like that, but the other thing is definitely good too. Getting relaxed sometimes is.
Yeah, I'm gonna complete to that too.
Hold on, let me just line up who Teo really is. A songwriter. He's a musician. He's a producer. He's also a motivational speaker.
Oh,
you gotta give that an applause for that one. Come on now,
motivational speaker. Oh.
Hey, everything
Really?
you say today here, man. This is absolutely amazing.
Well,
I'm very glad.
I hope I can motivate people. That would be good.
100%.
That's the truth.
Sorry, to cut you off, my man.
No, that's good. I'm going to just to add to what he was saying there. There was something we used to do back in college when I was doing audio engineering, and they were teaching us like when you write a song, don't block yourself. Throw every idea that comes, in your mind. Everything, just put it down, even if it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Your brain has produced that. Respect it. Put it on the paper.
Okay.
Even if you were writing about love, and now comes in your mind a political idea, write it down. Maybe later you're just gonna change the words, but again, the melody will be important. Yeah. Or maybe the melody will be changed, but the words were important. Yeah. So never block yourself thinking like, oh no, this is not gonna work. Just throw it on the paper and then move on. That's what we used to do when we were doing.
That's interesting. I've been told that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes I have like old ideas and like, oh, this is taking up half of the space in my computer. Yeah. I'm just gonna throw it out. But they're like, no, you should keep that. You should like, you could be good. You never know. It's like, okay, fine. Yeah. So now my computer's like super slow and it's gonna die. But I have the idea.
Yeah, especially for production. This is really about you, but again, I'm just gonna add. You gotta keep all your idea. It's called intellectual property. Wow. You gotta keep. People pay money to get those ideas. So if you delete them, you have deleted your entire life. So buy a hard drive, throw all the ideas in there. That's gonna cost you $100 to keep something that can cost billions.
Wow. Oh yeah. Okay, no, you're right. Yeah, for sure.
So, come on, Teo. Hey.
Oh yeah, no.
You in this?
Yeah, I didn't throw it out yet. It's there. I'm gonna pass it. I'm gonna clean it.
I think we've heard from Zur. Zur is saying he's doing engineering. I wonder what kind of engineering he's doing, but that's really encouraging.
That's amazing.
In university, that's really amazing.
Shout out to you, man.
There's another question down here. Are you gonna go with it or I should?
No, go ahead, Major.
All right, that's a question for you. Saying this is coming from Gracia.
Okay.
Yes. Hi everyone. She's wondering, where does your motivation comes from, and how do you channel the emotions you experience into your craft? So let's say you are in the process of making your craft and now you are emotional. How do you channel that? How do you manage that emotion?
How do I put what I'm feeling into the music? Is the question?
When you're making music, I think that's how I'm understanding it. When you're making music, sometimes that music touches you emotionally. Yeah. And you don't know how to control it. And that can be maybe difficult for the song to be finished properly. So how do you manage all that so the song can stay the song regardless of how you feel about it?
Okay, yeah, because sometimes you want to like, for example, sometimes I'll want to like write something and get super specific to the topic that I'm speaking about or to the person that I'm talking to, you know? And it's like, okay, right? Pause, bro. This is too much. It's like, this is like, they're going to know. It needs to be kind of low-key, dude. They're going to know. And that's definitely happened to me before. No, sometimes you just have to be like, okay, let's keep this like, something that all people can listen to, right? That a song
Yeah.
gonna be like, whoa, why is he talking so specific? What is that specific situation,
Mhm.
But honestly,
Yeah.
if you can put exactly what you're feeling into it, that's good. Do it. If it's not like completely way too specific, or even if it is, it's like that's usually the best music is when it's something true, right?
Mm.
I try to always anything I'm writing about somehow be tied to some experience
Mm.
of that I had.
Yeah.
So I feel like that just makes it more real.
That's awesome. Shout out to Gracie for that
Wow.
question. Really
Yeah.
amazing.
That's a nice question.
Really amazing. So
Yeah.
obviously the music, we know how much the music world have really transformed from social media to no social media to social media now. We're doing a lot, and I've seen obviously you have a lot of content. So you're going out there in Vancouver downtown to film content and make sure you have something for visual people can see. I just want to talk about how that has really helped you out in terms of growing your audience, in terms of um, improving your music. How very important is that is for a lot of
The
artists out there.
social
The
media
social
game.
media,
Yeah.
especially creating reels and all the.
I
the
feel
stuff.
like that's the main, the biggest thing now in this time,
Mhm.
for anybody making music, and not just music, so many things. It's like putting your stuff out there on social media.
Right.
Like it's so much is on social media, right?
Mm.
And I feel like probably the biggest struggle most artists that are doing this on their own or independent or however
Yeah.
is just okay.
Yes.
Social media? What do I post?
Yeah.
And there is no answer, because if there was one answer, you got to do this, this, this,
Yeah.
then everybody would be doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's
100%.
just you just got to find a way to just like package your music, because the product is the music, right?
Yep. Yep.
So how can you package your music
Mm.
and show it, like sell it to the people in a visual way? Because we live in 2024, 25, it's so visual. All just
Everything's there.
we all have TikTok brain rot.
Come on, man.
All of us. And
People are stacking them
some
on,
more
man.
than
See?
others, but yeah, or it's all pretty bad. So it's all extremely visual,
Yeah.
and visual and you got to find a way. Okay, how can I package my music to sell it and show it to people in a captivating way, and to reach them? Some people see it the way of, okay, I have to do jokes and memes, and then this will give me attention for my music. Some people think it's like doing POVs and doing this and doing that, and none of them is wrong, because some people have done extremely well
Really?
doing each way. Yeah, for sure. People have been doing their own way of.
Wow.
Some people do the skits where you're coming into the studio. You've seen those before.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, for sure.
There's
that
so
one.
many
I didn't know
different
about
ideas.
the jokes part, but
That
sounds pretty
some
cool.
people like do memes with just meme pages, but they put the music in the back.
Wow.
There's so many different things, but what I've been doing is just really trying hard to get good quality visuals, but making it like tailored towards vertical social media content.
Yeah.
That's what I would recommend, because it's what I'm doing, and I
Yeah.
feel like it's what can make me reach the next level, right? Is just keep bringing people through, showing consistent good material, right?
That's awesome.
But like the consistency is crucial, because like you can put lots of time and effort into a video and have an awesome, amazing YouTube video.
Yeah.
But then it's like, if you don't do another one for 1-2 months, then it's like, okay,
Yes, exactly.
it's gonna go back down again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's much better just focusing on making vertical videos that show you well, that showcase your music with a good quality visual, and that way you will get the attention. I feel like if your visuals are eye catching, you don't have to be doing all this stupid shit of like, if I was this, POVs, this and that, which, it's good. It can work. Like, I'm not going at anybody, but it's like that can work. But I think
you gotta be tailored.
I think if you can just share your music with good visuals and you're consistent, and just continue working, you can do that. Can work. You can do well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've just been working hard to continue that consistency, right?
That's exactly where I told you earlier. I'm very impressed about how your work ethic is in terms of music. you know, no matter what,
No,
you know,
appreciate it.
yeah, of
Thank you.
course, man. I know. Obviously, all the musicians they do have things they're going through it, but it's the fact that you put these things aside and you still focus on that one time goal, you know, and that's to go to the next level, and that's why you're creating a lot of, you know, contents and everything out there. So
Yeah.
that's really impressive. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yes or no questions, Major? We ready for that, or you got more
Before
questions?
that, I have one more question.
Awesome.
That,
No, no worries.
this
We
is
got
more
time.
this is more personal and
Okay.
yeah. I always keep this question for producers, and I feel
Wow.
like you be the one who can answer this properly.
Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You see what I told you? Oh man, you in
This
there
is
now.
serious.
Yeah, I
dude.
think you-
Yeah,
you in
this
there
is
now.
not a joke.
He's
dude.
he's unpredictable, that guy. he doesn't play.
Cool.
Yeah.
Almost everybody on this planet, and I'm asking this question for the people who are watching us right now, producers who want to make it, especially in Canada and BC, America,
Yeah.
everywhere in the world. Music is something that almost everybody consumes.
Yeah.
Almost everyone on the planet, in one way or another, they consume music.
Mm-hmm.
But the music making process can be very irritating for people, for others. Now, I wonder, how does a producer like Teo, a musician like Teo, practicing their vocals, screaming in the building, you know, having maybe a roommate, maybe a wife, maybe kids, maybe a landlord who's living upstairs, you are in the basement. How do you really live with the people with your music, which can become really noisier? You know, make the process of making music. Sometimes you need that bass, that 808.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and you blast it. Yeah,
Especially with the reggaeton, you want that kick to the doom. You know,
yeah,
that
exactly.
that bass
Kick,
that comes in.
boom.
So I want to know, how do you manage that so that you don't irritate other people with your own music making? Nobody cares until we hear it on the radio, right?
Yeah. Nobody cares about you. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you deal with that?
Well, here, thankfully, I live with my family here in Canada.
That's very
So,
good, first of all.
and they're very understanding, and they've always supported me, which I'm extremely lucky to have that.
Wow.
And also, kind of sidetracking, but they're like, my family is all artists too. My parents, they're painters though, like they paint.
Wow.
My mom does like landscape paintings, and my father has like abstract paintings. So we're all like,
Wow.
not all the time, but we all have our kind of our creative moments, and we're
Yeah.
doing our stuff, So we all kind
That's
of have that
amazing.
vibe at home. And for that reason, I feel like they know, they understand, and I'm very lucky for that. But yeah, I was living in Uruguay by myself, and in an apartment, and it was like, yeah, I got complaints about the noise, and in Colombia I got complaints about the noise too.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like,
Oh, no way.
one time I was singing like in the middle, I was getting carried away, bro. It was like I was getting way too
Wow.
excited, and I forgot it was like midnight, dude.
Oh,
It was like late.
wow.
And then,
And that's the
so
best
people were
time for
boom, boom,
ideas,
boom.
right?
They were like, yeah, but people were like banging from upstairs, and I was like, oh my god, I realized, right? I was like, so I was just like, shut up immediately, and I was like, oh, this is bad. But yeah, they probably all could hear me in the one time, dude, I went into the elevator, and he was like, oh, you're the kid that makes music, right? And I was like, I've never seen you before. And it was like, fuck. And it was like,
Oh, no.
yeah, they all knew me, dude, and it was like, oh my god,
Kid that-
they probably hate me. No, but I don't know, that's just what it is. You try to not bother too much. If they ask, yeah, they knocked on my door sometimes too.
Yeah.
If they ask, you have, oh, I'm sorry, and try to keep it down, but it's just gonna happen,
Mm-hmm.
And especially with the singing exercises, people will think you're crazy. Like, what are those noises coming? Because to learn to improve your voice, you have to do like a bunch of weird vocal sounds with your
Yeah.
voice and stuff, and it's just like, and then you have to do that, and then there's other people around you. It's like, at the start, it's super embarrassing, but then you're like, okay, you know what? They can live with it. But yeah, that's just something that you're gonna have to just accept it,
Yeah.
that it's gonna happen.
What can you do? You gotta
Well,
just accept it.
Wow.
Yeah. There's
But
no other way
do,
around it.
do you think with the crisis, the housing crisis in BC right now, do you think any landlord will accept to rent, to give their house to a producer if they already know that
If they know that's gonna be a
this
noise.
is this guy's gonna be in my
Maybe not.
basement, banging my basement.
Yeah, maybe not. That's why you gotta just like keep it low
First
key.
of all, they don't like us because we destroy walls with our blankets. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
It's gonna be destroying my walls, and then you start screaming in there. And,
Oh yeah, and blasting.
playing that 808.
Oh well, I've had a lot of like, not me personally, but with my friends that would live in basements and stuff.
Yeah.
And in COVID and stuff, we had so many problems. Like people would get kicked out all the time, especially because not even just for making music, just like Latinos making parties. It's just like you don't care about anything. Just the volume goes like this.
Yeah.
And then
I know that.
it's like way too loud and it's ridiculous. But it's awesome at the same time. But it's like, yeah,
You're
you
gonna be
have
having
to
police
leave.
on your door every time.
Yeah,
Sir.
you have to leave all the time. Yeah, middle of the night. It was
Wow.
crazy
Keep it
stuff.
down.
But
Yeah. And some people say
Keep it down.
some people say you gotta use headphones, but headphones can be tiring sometimes. You know?
you
You
can't.
can't be
yeah, you
listening
can
on
only
headphones
use,
every
yeah.
time. You just
Yeah.
crank it.
Yeah, the volume, dude. Yeah,
please leave
that's
us
how
alone.
You enjoy it. It sounds better the louder it is too. So it's like,
come on.
So please, landlord,
You know
leave
what I'm
us
talking about.
alone.
Leave us alone,
Roommate, leave us alone. Let us do our music. That's how we survive.
Crank it up. Gotta crank it up.
yeah,
crank the
just
beat.
join the
Yes,
process.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Maj, I wanted to ask you. I got a couple questions here
Yeah,
for,
then we're
for
gonna go
before
to
we
the
go
yes,
to
no,
yes
yeah.
or no questions. Yes. I just want to know more about time in your career. More diving into that. Just what's upcoming for Tail. What's your goal that you're trying to take your career from where you are right now?
Well, right now, I'm at a point where definitely the main thing I'm thinking about is just as much exposure as possible.
Right.
You know, because honestly, I feel like I still have a long way to go, a lot to improve on.
Is it better in Vancouver though, that just the atmosphere and
Than it used to be.
Yeah, and then it used to be just
Yeah,
the
for sure.
organization and
I mean, I know my genre, right? In the Latin
yeah.
music community, I guess it's definitely each year I'm seeing more movement, more parties, more organizations like making events, making putting stuff together. So that's also definitely encouraging me to keep coming back here because I've also been going to Uruguay quite a bit to like see how just do stuff there too, right? Because over there it's you're in a country where everyone consumes, not everyone, but like the population entirely speaks the language that consumes the music, and here it's more only a specific group of smaller percentage of people. But I don't know, every time when I came back in February, I was like, okay, maybe I'm just going to be 4 or 5 months and then I'm going to go back. That was the plan at the start. But then it was like, I got a bunch of shows and it was like, and I was seeing, and there's like every weekend here in Vancouver, at least there's 2 places you can dance reggaeton.
Yeah.
Like on Friday and on Saturday. Like there's 2 options, which is actually not a lot, but for a place that is not, that has a small Spanish community, that's always been like one of the smaller communities in Canada. It's like, I think it's definitely something. But yeah, a lot of people are doing good stuff. I mean, the events that I've been getting called to by Tony Escobar, he's really putting it together with those shows. Jay Veal as well. Yeah, those are the main guys that are like, I feel like pushing. Well, and Vance too has been around for a while too. Yeah. That's awesome, the 3 of those guys kind of pushing the community, and it's like
that's why
everything I owe a lot to them, honestly. Yeah. I mean, there's so many people and names. It's everyone that's involved in it that is pushing it forward. But it's like, those are definitely the biggest events, like organizations right now. So they're definitely, and they've invited me. So it's been like, it's been really, it's been great. And that's what needs to keep happening, right? Yeah. They need to keep making these events, these parties. They've started to bring, artists too. Carol G came like, I think last year or a couple years ago. And and like that's big, right? For somebody to come here, it means there's people here that will consume the music. Ryan Castro, Eladio Carrion came here.
That's
The
huge because
last the last one, yeah.
the stadium was packed.
Yeah,
The arena
exactly.
was full, man.
And
It
it's
was
like that's
incredible.
demonstrates like, okay, so there's public here that will consume it.
100%.
So
Yeah.
me seeing all these things is like, it's like, yeah, this is good, right? Because I see that there's potential here
100%.
for something. And if there's potential here, there's definitely even more in Montreal, in Toronto, like these places have more even Latin community. So it's like, my vision is kind of like when my vision here in Canada is kind of that, just keep getting exposure and hopefully getting people together and making like a thing, something, start creating something and that can then connect to other places in Canada and then, just keep going from there.
If you were to collab with anyone right now, you know,
This
no.
guy right here.
Oh, come on,
This
no.
guy right here.
Come on.
Yeah, you already
I
know.
appreciate
Hey, bro,
that,
I
bro. I
gotta.
appreciate that.
This is.
Man,
You
you
need
see
to
that?
listen to
Yeah.
this.
Take notes, brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he collabed with me. Come on, now. You're putting me in.
No,
there.
it's going to
Yeah.
happen.
Well, I
We
appreciate you,
know.
but let's talk about more about just the main artist who is trending right now in the future. Just your vision of Teo. Who would you want to collab with? Do you feel like really matches your style and who you can work better with?
Oh damn, so many. So
You got
many
in the
options.
top 5. You can be in the top 5. No disrespect to anybody. We can top 5.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Top
You
10,
mean
something.
like people that are like mainstream?
Yes, man, streamers and stuff.
Well, I mean, like obviously, I would say something like Bad Bunny, right? Because Bad Bunny is Bad Bunny. But like, there's also like more maybe. Damn, I don't know. Like, I've always really been into Lunai style.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like a more melodic, romantic reggaeton, but it's still like, but he does a bit of everything. But I like that vibe, so I would definitely like a collab with that guy.
Is that why? Is that where you sit more? You sit more in the rap. You know what I'm saying? Pa dancing song. You want like more like calm, chill. Which one are you like setting on? Oh, you can do both too. I know
yeah,
you've done
both. But no, definitely. I think I'm going more. That's the thing, though. I feel like what I like to do is really focus on melodic, vibes with like catchy, hooks and stuff, but still always giving it that reggaeton slash cumbia, dance to it.
100%.
So that's kind of something that I want to put together like that. But I don't know. I could say so many names. Davey is a new guy from Puerto Rico who's killing it, and he has like a super unique style. He's more of a rapper though, but it's just crazy.
But it would still be a good job, It would be a good.
Yeah, for sure.
That's dope.
And I can keep going, but yeah,
we're gonna keep our eyes on here. We're gonna keep our eyes for sure because I have no doubt in my mind that's gonna happen.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you so much.
You
insane.
You just have to keep doing what you're doing, bro. That's just what it is. You keep doing what you're doing right now. It's absolutely impressive, man.
Thank you, dude.
You just like you doing this every time, it will motivate a lot of. Because I know for sure Vancouver has good Latino, artists.
Yeah,
they got fire people who are actually making good songs. So as long as you keep the community going, that's what's up, man.
That's how it is. Just one step at a time, keep going forward.
I'm proud of that. And the collab, watch out, guys. Now it's already out there.
Watch out.
Collab coming soon. You gotta watch out. Let's go hear some more questions, man.
Cool. Yes. We're gonna go to some questions. These ones, we get them from people when we announce in Facebook groups that you're gonna come to the show. They send some questions. Like this can be personal to people who send them, and they expect to get some answer from that. And pretty much sure you're gonna.
But it has to be yes or no. Like
you can be.
It can be elaborate.
Yeah, you can start with yes, no, and then you explain.
Okay,
but the first one is not even yes, no question. It's just a question.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I hope you had good time with.
I'm always ready. Oh, now it gets serious.
You get serious
Yeah.
now. Cool, man. Thank you. So here's the question. The first question. Yes, reggaeton is really big, and Latin music in general is big too. But Latin musicians in Vancouver really need to do a lot. They need to do more. Yes, no. This is because they are not united.
Oh,
That's
damn.
why they kind of like slagging because the unit is not there.
Damn,
Wow.
that's definitely yes. If I have to say yes or no, it's yes.
Yes, they're not united, right?
Yeah. I feel like there's so much unnecessary conflict.
Cool.
Like people get caught up in like their, well, it's normal. People have problems, right? You can have disagreements and stuff, but I feel like it's people should try to look at the bigger picture and try to
Work
think, okay,
together.
we need to work together
Yeah.
to go forward.
Yeah.
That's definitely, yeah. I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people have said this is the issue,
Mm.
and I agree. But at the same time, there people are doing events and they're still working to organize things. So I don't know. I hope as we continue to move forward, we can kind of come more together.
That's awesome, man.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I could go into that, but I think it's I'll leave it there.
Wow.
You gotta watch out. You gotta start doing.
Oh, he's gonna start stuff. Yeah, no, I'm joking. He's not. He's not.
Wow.
Go ahead with your second question.
The Latin community. The
People need
huge
to chill out
community.
there without question.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
They send question, man. That came from Alice. So her name is Alice.
Well, now you know.
Alice.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know.
If you ever
yeah.
meet Alice in person, like, what are you trying to do? Man?
You're trying to, yeah,
You're trying to make me
sabotage.
beat
No,
up.
no,
She's trying to make
no,
me
no.
beaten
That's
up.
good. That
Yeah.
No, but
that she says because
being
that's
united
true.
is the most important thing, bro. Especially in a goal that we have.
Yeah,
man.
because it's not competition. Like if here somebody gets known locally, and that person is working with other people, then you get known as a group, and that's how it is. It's like that's why I know there is artists here that make reggaeton, but I wish there was like more artists that would be more active and like
and get the
but
bumping going.
yeah, but that can also that can be on me as well, because I've been thinking of going out and looking for these people and it's like, okay, I don't know, let's make an event, let's make music, let's do this, let's do that. There is collaboration. The event organizers invite DJs, they've invited me,
Yeah.
and it's not like it's completely gone zero, but
Yeah.
it can always be more. Yeah, it can always be more.
For sure. Man.
Wow. That's good. This one is crazy.
Oh no.
It's crazy. I think this one came from your pictures that you sent us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you send those pictures?
Well, I sent the photos for
The
like
photos?
for like the cover thing.
Wow. Those ones, they brought something. This is for you.
Wow.
Yes, no. Teo's appearance will attract more girls
Oh my God.
than boys when he performs. Have you ever experienced
Well,
that?
Your phone was bumping earlier. I was wondering. Hey.
Wow.
oh my God.
Yeah, answer the question,
This is
Hey.
yes or no?
Yeah.
Well, this sounds bad, but yeah, I mean, yes. The answer is
Wow.
yes, because that's just how it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ladies, y'all heard that.
You know what? Yeah. No.
It's good, man.
You
gotta-
I think, I guess it's part. It can help, but
Yeah.
the music is the main thing. Right?
Yeah.
But
hey,
Because
need
your,
the
picture,
music
your,
to
your
be
pictures
good.
look
Yeah.
so good.
But
think
that's
that's
why
why
these
Well,
artists out there, they want to
Yeah.
look good too, bro. Because that's part of the
It's
part
also
of the goal.
part of because that you're selling your product is yourself,
yeah.
and you have to sell yourself, right?
That's the truth.
So it's like, I think that's a part of it too. It's definitely a secondary part of it, but it's definitely a part of it.
Yeah, see you
So-
take care of say time you want to go out there and perform. Hold on, I gotta look at. I know you're going to mirror. My hair today is good. The ladies understand.
No,
man.
dude. Sometimes I've gone and it's like, oh, I haven't even gotten a haircut for like months, and I go anyways. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I guess it's definitely part of it, for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, it
Good.
helps. I don't know.
They make me shy.
I'm not sure what to say about that.
Yeah. That came from Ellen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ellen was looking at those pictures.
I don't know. Because you publish
Damn.
pictures.
Ellen, you're checking out our pictures.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Good. Oh yeah, this one. The last one. The last one. Cool. BK, you happy, man?
I'm a host. I'm happy to have Taylor in the building, man. That's what's up.
So the last one. Learning how to produce your own music, like our self-taught, can take a really long process. Yes, no. I think this is also yes no question. Yes, no. Going to college can make the process very short. Like can shorten the process of learning than just you trying to figure out by yourself.
Mm, I would say, well, for me, it's hard to say because I didn't go. I just learned it all by myself. So I'm gonna say yes, but I guess it depends on the teacher, right? And who you have. I'll say yes, but there's some people that say no. Some people are like, no, don't waste your time on that.
Yeah.
Use that money on like equipment and putting your stuff out there.
Yeah.
It depends, I guess, if who you're studying it with, who is teaching you. I did it by myself, but
look
not
what
really
you done,
because
though.
I used YouTube and that's me, looking at somebody.
Mm.
So yeah, if you're lucky and you get a good program, then for sure it's worth it. But then I don't know. I guess sometimes some people say it's not worth it. Maybe they had bad like teachers or something. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends, I guess. But probably it would be faster,
Yeah.
and you can make good contacts too.
Exactly.
Right.
But
Like
you
meet
slowly
people.
learn things. Obviously, when you start doing it by yourself, then
Yeah,
you start getting a lot more knowledge. As you go through the process, right? Just
yeah,
new
for sure.
things,
You
new
get
ideas. Yeah,
you
new
know
ways to
more,
do
and
stuff.
you're faster and better.
Exactly. Exactly. That was dope, man. What's up, Major? Is that enough for yes or no question?
Yeah, that was it.
I think you attacked Tail already enough, man.
Yeah.
You
No,
know
no
what I'm saying?
attacking. This is good.
Tell
This is
people
good.
like to start taking it easy. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
We appreciate the questions. We appreciate the questions.
That's what it is, man. So when you
So
post a picture of an artist, people get to try to dive into it,
yeah,
trying to understand this and this, because we usually say what you do
Yeah.
and then what you come to talk about when on the show, and then
Yeah.
they already picture, oh wow, this is it. Let's
Yeah,
ask
they
some
have, like,
challenging
the-
questions.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good. No, that's
I usually
awesome.
get a
That's-
lot of
no.
questions, but I'll filter them,
Okay.
get the ones that can be
No,
really
related,
challenging.
yeah.
No, it's awesome, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's how people get to know you as an artist.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah,
and
no,
who
this
you
is. I
are and the
appreciate
project.
this. This is so cool.
Yeah, no,
This is
we're
amazing.
absolutely glad to have you. We have one last question from Zoot again. So
Okay, let's
this
hear
one,
it.
this one, maybe this could be a yes or no question right now. Zoot wants to know. So this made him wonder: is there any competition here, or do you have anything to say about possible competitors?
In Vancouver.
I guess
That's
talk
what he
about
means.
Vancouver. Yeah,
No, there's no competition. There's no competition, like I said, it's all if somebody else is doing well, then it's positive for me too. Because if there's somebody that's pushing the a local reggaeton,
Yeah.
then if somebody's listening to somebody from here, then they'll be open to listen to me as well.
yeah,
So if somebody whoever grows here, it's good for all of us. Same with the
100%.
DJs, with the parties, with the clubs, everything. It's
100%.
all. There's no competition.
yeah. No, that's why we appreciate you just coming out here, man. Because we talk about music, we talk about being producers, but you also give a lot of advice to people who are upcoming, who are just wanting to start or anything, and all the challenges they might go through. I think everything you said here was the perfect example of somebody who started from like you don't know anything,
Yeah.
not to a point where you start doing all the thing and you keep pushing it till today. So
Yeah.
and
Well,
I'm a good example because I don't post anything on my end, and seeing your stuff. Don't start with me. Don't start with me.
No,
But seeing your stuff, bro, you really motivate me. I feel like I think videos will be coming soon. Don't worry about it. After I see your stuff, I'll be
Pay
on my
attention,
stuff.
guys.
I'll be on my craft. But yo, props to you, Tail.
No, thanks, bro. Yeah, no, it's just you just got it's like you need to have just the most work ethic, right?
Yeah.
And that can be put to anything, and it's
Yeah.
like I feel like that's what I tell myself at least.
Yeah. That's what I got. That's how it has to be. Major, I think I don't know if you down before I close up everything, because we don't want to get in trouble over there too. So.
No, I think we really appreciate to have Tio on a show.
Yeah.
I just wish one day we can get to collabo, maybe on a music production level.
Oh, Oh wow.
getting to dive into each other and see how.
You see, you have another right there.
Yeah,
Another
yeah.
inspiration.
There's
I would
always
love to this whenever. Yeah,
Part
for
of
yeah,
sure.
collabs.
man.
Part of collabs coming.
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That would be
so-
great for us. That would be really
Yeah.
an honor for us to.
No,
You
for
have
me
to.
as well. I mean, like I said, any collaboration and working together
Yeah.
is good. You know, it's all positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this guy
Cool,
is
man.
another
Thank
sensational guy. I know I don't usually say that a lot on the show, but you know, because he's my partner right here, you know. But sensational guy, man. Everything does just magic. And he
Oh.
knows that too. So he's a very humble guy. He'll never say that. He'll never put it out there. But Major is the one. But Mike, just to end up this show, man, because you know people obviously gonna wonder where to find your music. I told you about
Yeah.
that. So it was coming where to find your music. But just before that, you can lead us. You can lead us through that later on. But I just wanted to ask you, any future projects coming soon? People gotta know, or any sneak peek of something Taylor's working on. People
Yeah,
need
well,
to
there's been
be aware of.
recently. There's definitely been sneak peeks. I've kind of like gone in some ideas, been putting them out, just posting it.
Yeah.
But no, definitely, I have some crazy new visuals with a new song that's coming soon. And yeah, no, just new stuff is gonna keep coming out
Yeah.
like that, you know. Just pay attention, you know.
You're ready.
Teo.t on the
Yeah.
socials everywhere.
There you go.
You know,
There you go.
that's what it is.
Well,
Wow.
for the last catch up here, Zulu say he's gonna be waiting for Thomas gonna be waiting for a collab from you too. So you better. You got another one right here. He will be waiting for
From our collab,
from you collab.
my collab.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be waiting for you to collab with him. He said, "I will be waiting for the collab." That's why he commented at the end.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
shout out to you, bro. You're gonna get your collab soon. Coming
Even,
up.
even
Yeah, for
Gracia
sure.
too is saying we are looking forward for more music from
There
Teo.
you go.
Who is putting pressure?
The
Yeah,
very
Gracia.
He said that.
No,
that's
that's
good.
Gracie.
No.
Gracie
Gracia,
say
yes.
that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
different
of course.
person. Yeah,
All of them. So hey, that's what I'm saying, man. So just like, and I think you already mentioned it, like where to find your music and stuff, everything. I want to
Yeah,
hear.
I
I
mean,
want to
just
hear again. But
everywhere
you gotta say
I-
that camera right there, man. You got to reset that thing, restart that thing over again. I want to hear. I want to know where to find your music.
Yeah.
Where to follow you. Your
No,
social.
it's just
everything.
it's Teo.t, Teo dot.
Look at the camera,
T.
bro. You gotta look at the camera.
I'm looking at the camera, bro. Is it not? Oh man, I'm messing up, bro.
No.
And on Spotify and everywhere, like Apple Music, the SoundCloud, on YouTube,
Yeah.
Teo.t. You already know what it is.
You know what it is, man. So, Theo, we're actually very, very glad to have you here, man. Like, we do appreciate you, everything you're doing. I want to just say, keep it up. You know, this is coming from Afro Diaspora Nation. We love to have guys like you who shows a lot of examples, guys out there who want to start out and being a leader, man. You know, so we own something and you got to keep chasing it.
Thank you
brother.
so
You
much,
gotta
dude.
keep
No,
going.
really, I was like, really, thank you so much for saying that. Like
Absolutely.
I really
bro.
appreciate it and appreciate you guys inviting me here.
yeah.
This is amazing. I hope I can come back soon.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
This
man.
is this
Yeah.
is awesome.
I had a lot of questions to ask, but things were
Yeah,
just
yeah,
going
yeah,
left and
yeah,
right. I'm
yeah.
like,
Boom,
oh,
boom, boom.
yeah.
We didn't even talk about business, music business. How
Exactly.
people make
yeah,
money,
entire
right?
Topic.
All these
Exactly.
things. Yeah,
All these
we
things,
still
bro.
need to come back.
So-
for,
Okay,
You're
next
gonna
time.
be
man.
out. You're gonna be out here.
For sure.
You're
Yeah,
gonna be out
whenever.
here.
You know, I'm ready.
There you go. Maybe next time you're here, you're gonna be a lot of promotion for the collabs. You got 3 collabs coming up, brother. You got 4. You clearly. A lot of your promotion
That's
coming.
crazy.
Be ready for all that.
Damn. Yeah, it's a lot, but more is better. Yeah, for sure.
There you go, man. After the explanation, we do appreciate y'all for tuning in and joining us and all the questions. We absolutely love them. You know, that's how we get the show moving on. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow my guy here, you know, Teo in the building. Follow him and his journey to the music, man, as he continue being great and continuing his journey of just achieving his goal, man. That's how everybody got to look for. So we do appreciate everybody for tuning in for today on this sensational show. But don't forget to hit up OC Music on Instagram where you want to get booked. And we're going to see you on the next time, man. But, you know what I'm saying? The traditional comes out here. Y'all had to get ready for this. I'm your host, Baraka in the building. Yes, sir. And then on my right side, you know what I'm saying? We got Major. We're signing out, brother. We're signing out, brother.
Yeah, we are for sure.
You can't talk no more. We already done with you.
Yeah.
On my left side, man, we got the one sensational Teo.
You already
T.
know.
You know what I'm saying?
Just how it is.
He's got big things coming up, man. Stay tuned. We do appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. We'll see y'all another time with another sensational. Peace. We off.